Well, it's been a real busy weekend. Filming for Nails was pretty full on, particularly when you've got to do, ferrying backwards and forwards of people and gear and all that kind of stuff. Although the flip side, the shots are looking very good, so that's great. I think once we are wrapped for principal photography, we'll have certainly the backbone of something very special when you're considering it's just made by volunteers. So that's very pleasing. Annoyingly, I had one of my bits of kit left at Sunderland, but as long as it's still there and undamaged when I get back, that's no harm, no foul really. Obviously, it's better to not have that happen in the first place, but there we are. Yeah, so we had a bit of a strange one with the catering company on the Sunday. A guy just turned up with a microwave and Tupperware stuff, and I've never known that before. And we kind of like heated up the food with his microwave while the crew were kind of waiting to be fed. Plus, we needed to get some extension cords, and then I went to a charity shop after the pound shop didn't have any, so I went to the charity shop to ask if they knew anywhere I could buy a couple of 4-gang or 2-gang real extension leads. And they're like, oh yeah, but B&Q, just 5 minutes up the road, turn on the right. Yeah, okay, you can definitely do it in 5 minutes. Oh yes, absolutely. And after 10 minutes, I could see that it was at least another, well, I came around the corner and it was at least another 10 minutes walk. And at that time, again, when you're on tight turnaround times, in a massive building that has very limited power sockets, I had to kind of, if I'd have known it was that far, I would have taken the car. But yeah, so evidently some people have absolutely no concept of a 5-minute walk. So even power walking, it took me about 25 minutes to get there and back. So that was a bit frustrating. But overall, I mean, you're looking at the cast and crew and the effort that went in over the weekend. It was enormous, incredible stuff. So yeah, that's great. And In the Frame have, I think I've mentioned before, has been asked by Wintertide if they can help out to curate some films. So I had a little bit of a chat with some people, lecturers and students and former alumni, of various film club members, to see if we could get something curated for them, because they have a 4-hour time slot that they would like to fill. They have some films, but they've asked for some more if possible. So we've got a little meeting with them soon enough, just to kind of see what we can do really. Usually we can get something sorted. Then this week is back into the swing of uni. It's been great, busy, intensive, as you would expect. We're doing a real quick turnaround on the script, honestly, quicker than I would like. We're effectively going to be working off and filming practically a first or second draft, which certainly isn't something that I would recommend doing. But just the pace that we're moving at, that's where we are. So yeah, we'll be kind of doing that soon. I think it's this Friday that we're going to be handing over 2 minutes of our 10-minute script for the actors to read through, and we'll be there taking our notes. So hopefully that will start to help us flesh out our ideas. I mean, again, most of us, I think, in fact, all of us, haven't finished a proper first draft yet. We've just got like rough like more or less the plot points and some dialogue and some scenes. So it's challenging, certainly. And then today we were doing a little bit more with Johnny Y, some sound recording, boom practice, and all that good stuff. Although, frankly, without the recorders that we're using don't have carry pouches, so whoever ends up on sound just it is like a tangle of wires. So yeah, I would like to see some audio bags to keep stuff in personally. But everything else is fine. The gear that they're using is, pretty decent, frankly. So I like to think that we can get some fairly good results. I've also shared my script with the makeup artist Jack, who I'm hoping will come on board and do the makeup for Polarity, and which is the 3-minute one, and then On the Rocks is my 10-minute one, which I've given 2 minutes of script for. So yeah, there's so many things happening with so many projects, and through illnesses and all the rest of it, certain things have shifted here and there. So I'm not sure if I'll get to the Ferry Hill Creative Writing Group this week, which is a shame because that's one of the ones very close to my heart, but then they all kind of are. So yeah, I need to work out how best to get to those. Having said that, because we moved Nails back a month, that's had a massive impact on why I can't be as present everywhere that I intended to be. So yeah, it's been tough so far this month. Really trying, I mean, it's up at 5 a.m, bed late, just literally eat and sleep and get up and rinse and repeat. A fairly intensive work rate, both mentally and physically. But in the end, I think it should all be worth it. And even if it isn't, it's just experience. So you learn some every day is a school day, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for the time being. It's been actually I say that because I'd been so busy over this month, I've annoyingly, accidentally, and with no possibility that I can see of recovering it, have overwritten some of my daily pages. They're supposed to be morning pages, but I don't always write them in the morning. So I've accidentally overwritten at least around a month's worth of morning pages just through having no time, and not being able to check things properly. So that's very frustrating. I was really annoyed at that. That's like I'm just a month of memories, vanished into the wind. But lesson learned, I guess. And you just have to take it on the chin sometimes. Again, just because of juggling too much, and I'll be the first to admit, I'm the only one probably, that yes, I have really taken on a lot too much, frankly, for this month. And hopefully things will calm down. I just need to kind of ride the storm, get through certainly October, parts of November, and then hopefully we're back on a more even keel. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get some time in January, booking January now, to just get a little bit of rest and time to kind of decompress a little bit. And if not, then not, but it would be nice. And so I think that's this one wrapped up. We're well into 10 minutes of just listening to this. So if you have stayed this long, as always, that's on you. There are no trigger warnings or disclaimers or any of that stuff. You're here of your own volition, so if you're going to sit and listen to me wittering on, well, evaluate your life choices. Yeah, so that's it. I think we'll wrap this one, and I'll see if I can get some more people interested in helping out with offering films for Wintertide.